AXA is one of the greatest examples of evidence to dispute the obvious lie that state ownership is equal to failure, degeneration, and corruption. The reason there is failure in companies and state-owned companies is because there is no political will, not because state-owned ownership in itself does not work. House Chairperson, the Airports Company South Africa is one of the well-run state-owned companies, managing about 9 out of well-run airports. Behind this projection of a well-run company lies the reality that it is under AXA that we now have a family of rich white individuals with their own terminal at OR Tambo International Airport. There is yet to be any intelligible reason why the Oppenheimers have been granted a license to operate their own private terminal at the airport. There has been no explanation from AXA as to the risk this poses for our national and economic security. For these reasons, the amendment proposed in the Airport Company Amendment Bill are a crucial intervention. We need to know how decisions regarding the allocation of licenses are taken, and we need to hold those who take these decisions accountable. We need the procedures followed for taking these decisions to be run openly and transparent. And we need to be sure that those appointed to these committees, together with the appeals committee, are appointed in a transparent manner. We are in full support of the amendments relating to the appointment of people to AXA committees. What the bill falls short of, however, is tightening up its ownership to ensure that it remains a truly South African company. As it is, the company is over 70% state-owned, with an Italian company as a minority shareholder. We have seen over the past couple of years the sharpening of the appetite of white monopoly companies to take over critical state-owned companies and then turn these companies over into profit-making horses for a selected few. AXA is not immune from these machinations, and we would have preferred to legislatively cement the public ownership imperative for AXA in order to eliminate any current and future possibilities for annexation of this company by industrial mercenaries. Lastly, we do want state-owned companies to account to those elected by the people, but this accounting must not be in such a way that the operational independence of these companies is compromised. The amendments relating to the role of the minister to make regulations is, as far as economic regulations are concerned, may open up an opportunity for the minister to reorient AXA into being a cash cow for the predatory elite now in power. AXA has the potential to play a much broader localization of the economy. It should not only be white-owned companies that get retail spaces. Black businesses must also be allowed to sell their products at the airport, and AXA must give advertising space to black-owned media companies. AXA must also insource workers. 70% of all goods and services used to maintain airports must be sourced locally. AXA must reopen the Mpembu Airport in Venda. I thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Member. The next